Imagine for a second, you're trapped inside your own body. You have the will, the desire, even the training to do incredible things. But right now, you're trapped. And to make things worse, there is a baby crying that needs attention. And not just any baby, it's yours. A couple of weeks ago, as the baby came, you had some complications. You had to have an emergency C-section. This part went well, and you had a huge wave of relief wash over you as you heard your baby cry for the first time. But then things go from bad to worse for you. The next day you feel a shortness of breath, and it ends up that you have a large hematoma in your abdomen. So here you are, a new mother, a worldwide superstar with endless trophies and fame, lauded as one of the best tennis players ever, a hero to millions of people around the world, but all you feel is pressure. Am I doing this right? I don't get why I'm like this. Why the F am I crying? I shouldn't be. I have nothing to cry about. I have a beautiful baby. Doubts and fears swirl around you. The person I'm talking about is Serena Williams. And in this video, I'm going to share the lessons that she used to go from this low point to reaching two of the world's biggest tennis finals ever, the US Open and Wimbledon. And we're going to break down how she went from lost to creating a breakthrough in her life. So keep watching. Hey everyone, it's Keshav here. So if this is the first video you've seen, it's actually part of a video series I've created for free on my YouTube channel called Insight. And the idea is to help you go from feeling lost, confused, slightly unclear in life to feeling more clear and having a breakthrough. So make sure you subscribe and you click on the bell notification icon so you know when new videos in this series come out. So let's get into the video. What are some of the lessons that we can learn from Serena Williams? And the first one is her laser focus. When you look at any of the articles written about her from now to 10 years ago, even video footage of her at a younger age when she was becoming a tennis player and entering her prime, one of the things she says and talks about a lot, and not just her, the people around her, is her laser focus. And if you're going to move from being broken or lost to having a breakthrough and insight into where you want to go in life, you've got to have the same level of clarity, because your energy, your time, your resources, they're all limited. We only have so many hours in the day. You only have so much money. You only have so much help you can get. And so the most important thing isn't what you choose to do, but what you choose not to do, what you say no to. And that requires a laser-like focus, because here's the thing, if you don't commit to anything, you're going to be distracted by everything. And you know what those things are. Facebook, Instagram, social media, playing video games, smoking weed, drinking, masturbation. There are so many distractions out there. And the problem and the challenge for us now is not knowing more. It's that we have so much at our fingertips that I can instantly look at Wikipedia and be bombarded with information. So the skill you have to learn is how to edit and audit your life so you know what is important to you and what isn't. The second thing that we can learn from Serena Williams is she doesn't just climb this mountain, she's already looking at the next one. Serena Williams has spoken about her philanthropic work that she wants to do, the fashion work that she's already doing. She's a mother, she's a sister, she's a tennis player, she's a global superstar and icon. And yet, it's not just the world records that she wants to shatter. She has her sights set on the next mountain that she wants to climb. And what this reminds me of is a quote by Carl Jung, that the person who looks outside, they dream about doing things. The person who looks inside for insight, they awaken. Serena Williams, yes, she's successful. Yes, she has many trophies and accolades, but she's also looking at, well, what can I achieve next? What else can I do so I'm continuously learning? So take a look at what you're doing. If you're a student, an entrepreneur, whatever it is that you do day to day, and think about your goal right now, but what comes after that? The reason this is so important and so key is because it helps to keep you moving forward. It helps to keep you motivated along the journey. One of the most important things that you can learn from Serena is as she approaches the twilight of her career, she gets closer to the finish line. What most athletes do, what most people do, is they slow down. What she's doing is the opposite. She's speeding up. So the closer you get to your goal, exams, revision, achieving a goal in your business, make sure that you have a new summit you want to climb to help you finish strong and speed up towards the finish line. The next tip, and this is one of the most inspiring for me, is that she believes she really has no limits, that she is limitless. Now, it seems obvious when I say this, don't believe that you have limits, but how many of us, including me, actually believe they have no limits? I'll be honest, there are still limits I have in my mind, in my thinking. And so I'm continuously working to try and uncondition myself, to unpick those unhelpful patterns that have been there for many years. And that's exactly what Serena's doing too, is she's looking at her life. And yes, she may be a black woman who faces racism, discrimination because of her gender and her ethnicity, but she doesn't use those as obstacles. She uses them as stimulants for growth. She uses them to propel her further forward. And even though she is at a disadvantage because of those things, she believes in her mind, such is her conviction and her insight into herself, that she believes she has no limits. So I ask all of you, write in the comments below, what are your limits? Where do you see yourself limited? Is it how much you think you can earn every month? Is it what you can achieve in your company? Is it the grade you think you can achieve in the classroom? But know your limits and then go about destroying and dismantling them, because that's what champions do. And if we look at the next point, I'm just going to read out some names to you. Beyonce Knowles, Sheryl Sandberg, Eva Longoria, Kim Kardashian, Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic. These are the kinds of people that Serena Williams surrounds herself with, and she is supporting but also supported by. And that's what great people do, is when they are at a low point, like I described at the beginning of the video, they pull on these support systems, these ecosystems, and they have the humility to not try and do it all themselves. When Sheryl Sandberg was going through a difficult period of grief, Serena Williams, even though she's traveling the world, even though she's busy as she is, she was still sending her messages to say, hey, keep going, you're strong, you're resilient. I know you're going through a hard time right now. And equally, when she was going through a hard time, she was seeking support, she was seeking help. How many of you are doing that are reaching out, extending your hand to get the help you need? Or do you think you can do it all alone? Because that, my friend, is a sign of ego. So surround yourself with great people, be supported by them, and support them in return, because that's what great people do. And the final point is she has mastered delayed gratification. I was reading an article in Vogue where the journalist spoke about the marshmallow test that Serena Williams was discussing at a dinner table or a lunch table. And to give you a brief summary, the marshmallow test is a famous experiment where marshmallows were put in front of young children, and they were asked, you can have this marshmallow now, or if you wait and when I come back, I'll give you 2. And what they did was they followed this group over a long period of time to see what happened and how their ability to resist instant gratification and seek delayed gratification? How did that impact their success and achievement later in life? And what they found was that there was a correlation between those who resisted the temptation and didn't eat the marshmallow and got 2 in return, and then did later on much better in life. They achieved more. Serena Williams, equally, if you're going to be an athlete, at the age of 14, forget about now, at the age of 14, 15, 16, when you're a teenager, when you're young and you want to go out and meet people and have fun, she was probably training. She was probably eating the right foods. She was probably on the tennis court, practicing the shot that she hated the most. But look at where she is now. So anyone who wants to achieve something in life, that's something that is key for you to master. Delayed gratification. So those are the 5 tips that you can learn from Serena Williams. Tell me down in the comments below, would you like to see more breakdowns like this? And who would you like to see? And most of all, which point do you think is relevant most to you? As always, make sure you subscribe so you know when new videos in this insightful series are released, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. Check out my free quiz where you can find out how much of your potential you are actualizing, and make sure you watch more of my videos, because what else am I doing it for? Peace.